we're live.
Hey!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back
Yippee!
to. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new Master Tunes podcast with me, your host George Baum. Sorry for the absence as of late. I've been currently going through a lot in terms of my personal life. I'm currently recording this in my aunt and uncle's basement, in case you're wondering with the change of scenery. And tonight we have our three of our usuals and two newcomers coming back from the dead. Proto and Jacob are here.
Hello.
And we also
Hello.
have Thomas and our returning former host, Jack.
Wait, hi Jack.
Former? When did this happen, you traitor, George? Usurper! Usurper!
I'd like to point out as well, like the two ones that are apparently coming back from the dead are both British, evidently.
It's true. Frankly, David has been filling your guys' spot for a while, even though he's been kind of absent and well. Anyway, tonight we'll be talking about the Powerpuff Girls reboot finally dropping through, I believe, was it 2 episodes that they leaked, or was it just 1?
One, I saw one episode, but
I saw one too, so
One.
I'm trying to
I don't know.
remember if there might have been. I don't know. I think I caught a bit of a second one that they might have put out. Anyway, we have that. Then Seth Rogen has finally put out the trailer for his upcoming animated film about smoking weed food, which is quite the beast, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Hunter x Hunter finally returning from his very long hiatus for you anime fans. Disney returning to the Black Cauldron franchise in the first time about roughly 30 years or so. And then we're going to end with a bit of a surprise. I'm not going to say what it is, just going to let you know that we might have found something that might give Food Fight a run for its money in terms of animation quality.
we may have found the new norm of the North.
We'll get to that when we get to that. But starting off,
Actually, no, I take that back. Nothing can top Norm of the North.
Before we get to that, let's talk Powerpuff Girls. Cartoon Network has finally unveiled the Powerpuff Girls reboot that they've been planning for about 2 years, maybe a bit shorter, I can't remember. And they finally released the first 1 or 2 episodes on either on their channel or online, I can't remember.
Online.
And online. And what are your guys' thoughts on them?
I watched one episode, so I can tell you about the one episode. It's interesting because they updated it from the original time they were in school. They were in kindergarten, if I can remember rightly. Pinty Oaks Kindergarten. I'm going to be slapped by a Powerpuff Girl fanboy here. They have moved up to high school now, so technically in middle school, high school. So it doesn't sound weird when they rush off and beat bad guys up, if you know what I mean. But then when you think about it, yeah, I not know too much, so yeah, it's good.
All right then, Jacob.
This should kind of tell you my opinion on it. The backstory on how I got to watch the episode, in my opinion, was more interesting than the actual episode itself.
Oh, this I need to know.
Yes.
Okay, well, basically, to put bluntly, when I think it was David was showing a link to, like, what was it, a mega upload or something like that, like to the episode, like when it came out, and I was always like, because torrent sites like that or like cloud storage stuff like that, I'm just kind of a little bit hesitant to use. I'm sure they're legally sound, but I just don't use them, which is kind of ironic because I'm kind of worried, like, oh, maybe breaking the law or I'm making the companies lose money, which is kind of ironic since they were giving them away for free on iTunes, right?
All right. Yeah, I believe so.
So after a while, David just he found out that there was a re-upload on Dailymotion and said, "Hey, Jacob, here you go, you lazy bastard." So that's how I got a chance to watch it. Honestly, the episode itself was. Here's the thing: the Cartoon Network logo was the most interesting thing about it, and that's kind of for all the wrong reasons.
Oh God.
I mean, if I may, the episode was not bad, but that's kind of the thing. I don't even know if that's even a good thing. because I mean, it was almost kind of a little bit uninteresting. It was like, okay, I'd seen this kind of cartoon before. I'd seen it on like, I think like even, I don't know. I think maybe even Teen Titans Go probably did something a little bit like that. I don't know. I mean, granted, this did it far better than Teen Titans Go, but
Oh God, yes.
but I mean, I'm still gonna give it a bit of a chance. You know, to be fair, it's better than what we thought it was gonna be.
Yeah, I think everyone can agree with that.
Mhm.
It seemed like it was gonna be outright abysmal, and it turned out to be at worst mediocre. So hey, you know that's a plus.
All right then. Proto. Proto.
Not done yet, but from what I can tell you, the animation is rubbish.
I have to agree. My own thoughts on the thing. It's not terrible. It's not really that good. It's just kind of
There.
there, basically. I know I say that a lot, but that's really how I just feel with it. Like, I can't quite. It kind of makes me interested in seeing where it might be going in the future, but at the same time, I feel like there's a lot of my problems I had with it initially, even before watching it, are still there. Like, I still think the animation isn't that great. The voice acting from the new voice actor is just, I don't know. I think like. I don't know. I think it's because they were been voiced by the E.G. Daily, what's Tara Strong, and who's the other one? I forget her name.
Christine Cavana. Hang on.
Christine Cavana, I believe. For so long that it feels weird to finally like see these two characters that you grew up with again, but with completely different sounding voices. And it's not like they're doing impressions of them. It's they're doing their best to.
Oh wait, that's
a
a different actress. I don't know what I was thinking. Hang on a sec.
I got the. Hold on.
Hang on. It was Kathy Cavadini. Okay, that's right. My mistake.
Okay, so anyway, it just feels weird seeing these characters I grew up with sound completely different. But I'll give them credit; they aren't terrible. They just don't really fit the characters that well, and I think maybe over time I'll get used to it. But as of now, I guess.
Although we all know what the true Powerpuff Girls is.
Yes.
And that would be.
Oh, come on. Is this camera working?
Yeah, it is.
What is it?
The pilot. The goddamn pilot.
Oh.
God. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. Most recently, after interesting fact, this actually was test screened at SF.
SXSW, also known as South by Southwest, I think.
Yeah, which was a film convention, I believe, in which Seth Rogen, Ivan Goldberg, and the directors of this film unveiled an unfinished rough cut of Sausage Party, which is his,
Sorry.
which is his the first ever mainstream R-rated animated film. Period ever. I can't really like. There have been R-rated animated films, but this is the first like mainstream CGI one that we've seen like in forever, I believe.
Okay, you were saying so you added CGI. Okay, so I was kind of thinking like, wasn't Helen Back mainstream technically? Because I remember seeing commercials for that.
The sausage.
I'm just saying, dude.
I'll get to that later. Anyway. And what it is basically a food fight by way of Toy Story, essentially. Basically, it's about a series of products in a grocery store that long for the day that they are finally chosen by these giant gods that they kind of worship. And there might be a subtext about I'm not sure if all of you noticed this, but have you noticed in a lot of Seth Rogen's films there seems to be a lot of subtext towards religion?
Well, I mean, he did the interview, which was basically about North Korea, which might as well be a religion.
That is true. But yeah, like in here, but the catch is that they do not know what the food's purpose is and what it does and what it has to do in life. And so when they eventually find out...
Actually, I'm talking about religion quickly.
Oh, God.
The Sausage Fest is based, I don't know, but it seems like it was based off a Christian CGI film. No, little short. A CGI little short called VeggieTales.
Oh, yeah, I was going to bring that up.
Yes, and it looks like, for me, I was a religious, I was growing up with religious stuff with... called VeggieTales, and long story short, it's a bit funny. They don't talk about religion too openly until the last moment, but they like slip it in. And this is like, I think, a revenge on the people that did.
I kind of get that vibe because
yeah.
The animation quality of it is seemingly a mock of like those Chinese knockoff DVDs that you find at local grocery stores.
Yes.
So if you haven't seen the trailer, I'd highly recommend checking it out.
Let me see how to find it. Let me go and see what I call it. It's called the Sausage Fest, correct?
Sausage Party. And I'm just gonna say this right now. This is one of the funniest trailers I have ever seen. I've seen in a long time. Well, it kind of shows you how sick of a person I am because the trailer starts out like it's essentially like a Pixar film and they have like the characters like all being happy and such, and then it takes a U-turn into like a straight up snuff film but with food.
Let me show you.
Like the baby carrots being like eaten alive, and we actually see them being destroyed.
They're eating children.
Fucking children. Well, see, here's my thing as well, because I did watch the trailer too, and I will admit it is a funny trailer, and I do admit like I am kind of interested to see it, but at the same time, I don't know, something just was not clicking all the way. Something was kind of a little bit off. It was not because of the fact that Wiggle by Jason Derulo was in there, although that certainly does not help matters. Look, I do not care. I see. See, here's my thing. Here's my thing, people. I expect my trailers for animated films to be promoted with good music. Like if Zootopia was playing any Nickelback during its trailers, I would have gave that movie 3 out of 10 automatically.
Someone out there, please edit the Zootopia trailer to play Nickelback.
Thank you. Actually, I would love to see that now.
I could actually see if I could do it.
Oh, please do, Thomas. That'd be great.
I don't know. I'll have a go. I'll have a go.
But anyway,
actually, make all the music in that trailer Nickelback songs.
Apparently, why don't we get Nickelback to do a cover of Try Anything, the Cure song they did?
Some reason
they appear in the sequel.
Just to tell you quickly, some reason I can't open the YouTube app. I have no idea why. So.
But anyway,
it may be like a technical thing. Who knows?
Yeah.
But anyway, what are you guys' thoughts on the trailer and such?
It's sick. It's hilarious.
It's fine. I don't mind it, but yeah, like I said, it's not something. Well, I will say this up front. Man, the hot dog bun designs are weird.
Yes.
So weird. Like, what's going on? Really?
I think that's kind of the point, because they, this is something I kind of got a vibe from the trailer. It kind of looks like a CGI version of those, do you remember, like, the drive-ins, and, like, they had, like, vignettes of snacks and animation that I used to play?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It kind of looks like a CGI version of that, and I found that funny. I think that might be, I'm not sure if that's intentional or not, but oh well.
Wait a minute, didn't like, the Simpsons movie kind of have, like, a parody of that, like, during, like, one of the promotional things, where it was, like, it was actually showing, like, all the the animated foods going, "Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby."
No. That's the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie. I think you're thinking of.
Wait, really? No, because I was thinking of I remember this. Like during promotion for like the Simpsons movie when it was coming out, like there was one of those where it was, let's all go to the lobby, and Homer's like hiding right behind them and starts eating, like I think it was a chocolate bar, I think, and starts chasing one of them, and they're like screaming in terror at it. I'm sure you could find it online. Let's see if I can look it up to see to verify.
I swear to God, I think that might be because I remember watching the bit of the Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie and seeing that vignette before it happened.
It wasn't like in the movie; it was just to promote it.
Okay, but anyway, back to the trailer. Jack, you've been silent. What did you think of it? If you've seen it?
I thought it was quite amusing. It made me laugh a couple of times. I did feel like the comedy was like kind of standard Seth Rogen-esque. You know, some of the jokes were funny, but like not hilarious or.
It's kind of just sophomoric in a way.
Particularly smart, yeah. But it was all right. I find the impact of the movie much more interesting. Like we haven't had a full feature, with proper cinematic release, whatever CGI movie for an older audience, not the younger audience.
Yeah.
So it'd be curious to see if this does well, whether this will become more of a precedent as well with what Deadpool has done for the superhero genre, making it a 15. Whether we can start to see some mainstream adult animated content, probably CGI, and just see where that goes. I think that's interesting.
Well, I think if those again, I mentioned this. There was a rough cut premiered at SS something, and
South by Southwest, and it got overwhelming response to it. Like everyone, like people that said, like the theater was in uproars of laughter from beginning to end, and a lot of people said that this could be a massive hit for Sony if this actually gets released and people actually get a good response to it. And then also, another thing interesting worth noting is that this is, from what I know, I think this might be the first time we've actually seen like a R-rated animated film in like a while. Well, I mean, not really. We had Anomalisa last year and that other movie that came out last year.
Oh, we'll get to that, Mike.
I will say the difference with Anomalisa was that it originally was a fundraiser movie, but because it managed to do so well, that it became a full-length movie with some extra funding, and it hasn't had wide cinematic release. As far as I can see, it's only been like film festivals like the Sundance and whatever. It
has like Alamo Draft Houses or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. It has. I'm not knocking the movie. I really enjoyed it. But I'm saying like, Sausage Party will be the first in recollection of an animated movie that's had wide cinematic release with proper media funding behind it. Mainstream limelight.
And I think it also might have the capability to success because judging by Seth Rogen's track record in terms of both critical and financial success and the wide appeal he usually has with his crew, and seeing how this has an amazing cast, including like the likes of the aforementioned Seth Rogen, Christian Wiig, James Franco, Michael Cena, Edward Norton, who else? Forget who else in it. There's a ton of people in this, and they're playing all of, like various foods. In fact, I read on Twitter that get a lot of this. Okay, so Edward Norton is playing. It was best described as Edward Norton is playing Woody Allen playing a bagel.
Right.
That sounds like the greatest thing ever.
Exactly. Am I right?
I will say this up front. Like, I'm going to say this up front. The chances are this might be like the first mainstream R-rated film for several people. I know it's definitely going to be the first mainstream animated film where there's a can of soup trying to pull back its intestines.
Hold on. Yeah.
Push back its
There was an R-rated animation film. Now, what was it? It was something Sam the Cat or something, wasn't it? I think it was called Sam the Cat.
Oh,
It's the cat.
Fritz
the Cat. Fritz the Cat.
Fritz
Yeah,
the-
but that was actually X-rated. That was not
Oh.
R-rated. That was X-rated. And actually, the last R-rated film animated film I could think of that was released to like a wide audience was. Oh my God, I'm trying to remember. Was it South Park? I want to say it was South Park.
Yeah.
I think
yeah,
it
back
was.
in 1997.
And people are saying this is probably the most insane animated film since the South Park Bigger, Longer, Uncut. And if
Oh,
sold.
hallelujah!
Look, I love these guys. I really do. I can't really pick up a single movie from them that I haven't really enjoyed that much. I mean, I haven't seen.
Movie.
I haven't seen the fucking that Green Horton film or anything. But other than that, I think This Is the End I thought This Is the End was fucking hilarious, and I really liked the interview. And the night before was actually really good too. And so I'm really excited for this. I really hope this means well, and I hope this means we'll get. I hope this will be similar to the Deadpool in terms of success and not in terms of quality, because if you know what I thought of that movie, then you don't want to know. And I hope for the best for this. And I cannot wait to see the food orgy scene.
What?
Oh yeah, for those who don't know, part of the reason why this took so long to get made is because there will be originally they said the scene was originally leaning towards the film to get NC-17, and so they had to trim it down so that way they can include a massive food orgy scene.
You know, you said that this premiered at South by Southwest, like a rough cut, right?
Yes.
South by Southwest is located in Austin, Texas, a town that prides itself with being weird. It's one of its slogans is "Keep Austin Weird." So the fact that it premiered there kind of shows, like, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Okay.
So yeah, I cannot wait to experience what people's reactions will be to that when it finally drops in theaters. Also, I hope this doesn't end up being another Deadpool where kids are actually accidentally taken to this, expecting to be.
What do you mean accidentally? I've seen like kids go to films like Elysium or something like that. They're probably deliberately trying to get over there.
Actually, talking about R-rated cartoon shows, I just quickly did a Google. There's loads actually. There's absolutely loads. Like the first
You mean
one.
like movies or TV shows?
I don't know. Best R-rated animated movies. There's a list on them, and there's 50 of them so far. But
I'm
there's,
talking more in terms of mainstream animated films. There's a ton of independent ones out there.
there is Akira.
Akira.
Yes.
Akira.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Akira.
Which is
Yeah.
from the 80s.
Akira, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Cowboy, you got Cowboy Bill, but this is all animated. So animation.
Anyway, I think we're getting a bit off topic. Let's move on. So yeah, Sausage Party. Hope for the best. Can't wait to hear Edward Norton playing a bagel, playing Woody Allen, and yeah, I hope this one looks hilarious.
And keep Austin weird.
And keep Austin weird. Next up, Hunter x Hunter is finally returning from its very long hiatus.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to explain this one as best as I can. Basically, Hunter x Hunter, or actually, technically, the name of it is Hunter x Hunter. The X is silent. Is an anime and manga series that was made by let me just double check here. Hunter x Hunter by Yoshihiro Togashi, who, if that name sounds familiar, he's the creator of Yu Yu Hakusho. If anybody's ever heard of that, I used to watch it a bit on Cartoon Network when I was a wee tyke. But anyways, he made this other series called Hunter x Hunter in 1998. It is still running, but here's the thing. Due to a mixture of poor health and the fact that it seems as though almost every time he starts a hiatus, there's a new Dragon Quest game coming out, and he loves Dragon Quest. Togashi has been frequently putting this thing on hiatus since 2006. He's constantly gone in and out of it. The last one that happened was back in, let's check. I think in 2014, like 2 years ago, and
Roughly.
it actually got to the point where some manga publishers were in fact saying there's a good chance this is probably not going to be making a comeback. This is probably going to be dead. But what are the odds? It's coming back.
All right then.
If you want to see it like manga wise, they've gotten the manga so far is currently up to date on release in both in Japan and North America. If you like, there are 2 animes. One of which was the first was from 1999, a whole year after the manga premiered. It was available on DVD by Viz Media, but it's going for like insane collector prices now. There's now a second one that was from 2011 to 2013. 2014. That it has like a full stream on Crunchyroll. You can also see most of it on Netflix, but it's also going to be coming out on DVD and Blu-ray through Viz Media as well. So make sure you look out for that. Hopefully this lasts more than a few weeks, and hopefully Yoshihiro Togashi does not sort of half-ass it on the arc, because anybody who knows Hunter x Hunter knows in recent years he's kind of been rushing the art a little bit, probably due to health issues. He's been trying to clean them up for a collective video release, collector releases. But yeah, let's just hope for the best. I don't know exactly how long this is gonna last, for all we know, but yeah, that's all I have to say, really.
All right, I don't watch this show. I know nothing about this show. I just wanted to mention it returns so that way we can, I don't know, show everyone that who cares, who happens to watch the show, that it's going to happen.
I think it's on, like, there are some streaming sites that do show, like I said, it's on Crunchyroll and Netflix, but I think it's also on, like, maybe it's on Watch Cartoons Online or something like that, or Kiss Anime, who knows.
Might be, I'm not sure.
But anyways, so that's the thing.
Anyway, yeah, moving on to our second to last segment, we have Disney finally returning to the Black Cauldron franchise with the Chronicles of Prydain.
Prydain? Prydain.
I don't know.
This is probably going to be bad, because especially one of the books is called The Castle.
Let's just say we can't pronounce the name.
I
Easy
can't
enough.
insert name here. And for those who don't know, The Black Cauldron was a series of books that got adapted to a Disney movie in the mid 80s, late 80s.
Yeah, mid 80s.
Mid 80s. Bomb. It was one of their biggest bombs ever. Nearly caused the downfall of the company. Thankfully, Little Mermaid came along and actually saved it from going down under. Now they're coming back to it for some reason, because, this franchise is sure as a moneymaker.
Well, here's my thing about that. It's probably like Disney is, because they've been having such a... When the Black Cauldron came out, Disney was already not doing their best. Like, they already had a number of flops by that point, like The Black Hole.
Yeah.
I can't remember... the only ones I could think of at the top of my head all happen to be The Black something.
They went down dark
I guess
road.
Disney just doesn't have very good luck with blacks.
Oh.
Oh.
But recently, with releases like with films like Frozen, Big Hero 6, and Zootopia, which is actually extremely fitting for that blacks comment you made.
Wow, this podcast just got racist.
No. I'm trying not to be racist. I'm trying to make it like an allegory here, George. I'm trying to be allegorical. Considering Disney's recent success, so far, I think they're more they're probably thinking, well, if nothing else, this might be worth a shot again. See if we could try it a little bit better this time around. They're more willing to kind of experiment with a little bit more adult topics and more high intense stuff. And if it fails, well, they still got a couple of hits prior to that, so it's not like they're going to be losing that much money from it.
Yeah, that's true. And to give you a good idea of how bad that movie bombed when it first came out, as mentioned tons of times before, the movie it lost to was the Care Bears movie.
Well, I mean, at the same time, you got to remember the Care Bears were like a big thing back then.
That's
So
Did Disney actually make that? I didn't realize.
no, they didn't. I think it was MCG or something.
not to mention, like back then, I mean, action adventure cartoons were a really big thing. At the same time, though, they were still like it was still like kind of a bit conservative as to what they like parents were thinking like kids would want should be shown. Like, keep in mind this was during the time when like this oh god, what was it? Wasn't there like didn't Brad Jones do like a DVD-R hell of some religious video about like how cartoons then were being like satanic or something?
I think he did. I'm not sure though.
Yeah, it was that kind of world. So the fact that Black Cauldron lost to the Care Bears movie, it may be a bit embarrassing, but I'm not too surprised by that.
True. But anyway, yeah, I really got nothing to say about this. I mean, we watched the Black Cauldron for a movie of the week about, was it 2 years ago?
Whoa.
Yeah, I think it was 2 years ago or so. I'm not sure if you ever uploaded the video, Jack, but
Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah.
Can't remember. The thing I remember from that movie the most is that fucking dog thing that's like munchings and crunchings in there somewhere. It's like trying to eat the apple.
oh
Yes.
yeah, that fucking thing. What the
So,
hell was
like-
that?
So when it like dies, like I felt nothing. I was like, well, I actually feel slightly better. Alright. I didn't even think it touched the fucking sides when it went in the pot.
Actually, if I may say something, knowing like these story knowing stuff like Wreck-It Ralph, Frozen, Big Hero 6, and Zootopia, how much you want to bet that cute with quotation mark dog thing is gonna be the Horn King by the end?
That would be freaking amazing! Make it happen!
Oh, that would be brilliant.
So yeah,
It could actually happen because he actually did fall into the cold, didn't he? So technically, he could be evil.
That'd be
Oh,
yeah, that would be. So anyway, yeah, that's a thing.
apples.
I will have all the apples! Really? That's all you're gonna do? You don't even want to take over the world or rage the undead? You just want fucking apples? Yes! Yes! Ain't I a diabolical genius?
No,
I
he
just
could-
I just now have a mental image of like that dog thing being voiced by Fred Durst. From like Limp Bizkit. Attack for the apples!
No. Who played Gollum? Who played Gollum in Lord of the Rings?
Alright,
Jackson.
Andy Serkis.
Oh, Andy
He-
Serkis.
he-
Andy Serkis.
That would be. He could have been the dog.
That's too obvious. That's too obvious.
Yeah. Hey, precious apples.
I think he was the inspiration for that character.
How about Bill Murray? Bill Murray has like the dark thing.
Oh yeah, that would.
Yeah, Proto, your thoughts on this whole Black Cauldron coming back thing?
Adapt the fucking book right, and we'll have a decent franchise. That's
Do
all.
we even need to mention the Princess Diaries 3 or whatever is coming up? Because all I have to say about that is adapt the books. Don't just make up stuff.
Yo, get the hell out, Jacob. Get the hell out and
I'm
go
sorry.
to
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Oh my lord.
Anyway, moving on
Yes. Moving
to
on.
our final topic, we are going to be talking about a show that legitimately came out of nowhere. I never heard of this movie. I heard no productions of this movie. I didn't even know this movie existed. But suddenly, Satan, the devil, just came out from hell, plopped it into our laps, and went back straight to hell and said, "Here you go.
Wait a minute.
Get
Whoa.
swirly, everyone."
What movie?
Oh, actually, I'm just noticing like the title and like one of the company logos. Now I know where I think I know where this is coming from.
Where's it
Oh,
coming
really?
from?
Okay.
Can we bomb it?
Okay. So quick question. Have you guys ever heard of a movie called Valiant?
Valiant.
Oh
Yes.
god, that movie.
Yes.
Yes,
Oh, I've seen
with
bits of
with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Ricky Gervais as like
Uh-huh.
carrier pigeons. Ewan McGregor and Ricky Gervais as carrier pigeons in World War
Yeah.
II. Yes, that's an actual movie, and Disney distributed it.
Yes, I remember it. Yes, I
Do
can.
you guys remember Happily Never After?
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
yes.
Do you guys remember Space Chimps?
Oh
Oh
god,
God,
no.
no.
All three are by the same people that are making Get Squirrely.
This almost makes too much sense.
Oh, now it makes total sense.
Oh, oh.
I am speechless. So yeah.
Basic,
Why do the British always love making their shit films?
I don't know.
Hey.
Hey, look on the bright side. I mean, when it came down to TV shows, you had some pretty good stuff.
Hey, Wallace and Gromit was an awesome movie. You shut up.
Actually,
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
making
yeah.
Norman the Law. It's-
yeah, good point, good point.
Well, I mean, Norman of the North, wasn't that part Irish?
Hold on, let me find out.
That's not English, so British. That's over there somewhere.
Oh,
It's part of the
shit,
movie.
never mind.
North.
Get me out of that one.
So yeah. Do you wanna know what Get Squirrely is?
It's a piece of shit.
It's the nut job meets in Ocean's 11.
Norm of the North.
Oh.
Now tell me, does
Well-
that sound appealing to you in any sense of the word?
It's not really.
I don't know about you, but it sounds fantastic.
It's
Sounds
it's not
perfect.
it's not really the nut job meets Ocean's 11. It's a nut job, and they're wearing suits,
Pretty
and there's
much.
no Will on it. It's a bunch
And
of
John
people.
Cleese
I
is
have no
in
idea
there
who
for
they are.
some reason, which, seeing that animation, I was not expecting that. Now I want to keep in mind as well, as far as I can tell, the only noteworthy thing about Vanguard Animation, the company that did this movie as well as Valiant, Space Chimps, and Happily Never After, is the producer of the film is Shrek. And that's it. Literally, that's like the only interesting thing about it.
How old is Shrek? Legitimate question.
Okay, well, let's
How
see.
old
It
is
came-
he?
Well, I mean, here's a quick question. Are you referring to the movies, or are you
movie.
including the book that it's based?
The movie,
Okay.
just the movie, because that's the thing everyone knows Shrek from.
Okay. The movie came out in 2001, so that's
Okay,
what, like
now
15.
let's do some math. 2001, 2016.
That's 15 years.
15 years, and they still think Shrek is appealing to no worry for children now.
He's got good sex appeal. What can they say?
But yeah, and to be fair, he is love and he is life, so I don't know where.
Get out.
Allegedly.
Get out.
Allegedly.
Get out.
Okay. Allegedly.
Get
Okay.
out. You're funny. Get out. Go to the corner.
Okay,
You get out.
So, yeah. It's been 15 years, and they still think, from the producers of Shrek, it's a good enough thing to get people's attention.
I mean, even back when he first did oh god, what was it back when they did Valiant, they were still flogging that as the big thing about him. But look
Shrek
at-
was still a thing back then. I think it came out a couple years after Shrek 2. So guess what? People are gonna say "Hey,
it was
some people
it
make
was
that."
a year. It was a year after Shrek 2.
Okay, yeah. So people are gonna say, "Hey, look, that's the same people who did that movie I liked. Let's go see that." It's been 15 years.
Do I even need to point out that the same company is also doing a film called Charming, which apparently has Avril Lavigne as Snow White?
Oh God,
Oh, wow.
I forgot about that.
Is it time?
Oh, I know one movie we got to touch on, but maybe we have already touched it. It's Kung Fu Panda 3, but that's just me. But we just can do that some other time.
Okay, so yeah, this is a movie that exists. You want to know what it is? Watch the trailer, gouge your eyes out, pour yourself an acid, dump yourself into a dumpster, light the dumpster on fire, and then you'll have basically another experience of what it's like.
Dude, you forgot about the drinking yourself to oblivion part.
That is true.
Yeah,
So basically, Frodo, you continue.
Yeah, this entire thing can be summed up by the same meme. I'm screen sharing right now.
Yeah, and George, did you want to talk about a certain film?
No, I didn't actually, because I don't feel like it's that related, and I don't feel like many people care about it.
But it will make good entertainment.
Yeah, let's be real here. It kind of would.
All right, fuck it. Let's extend this thing a bit longer. Now, moving on from the topic of Get Squirrely and finally wrapping this up. Just give me a second. I gotta move somewhere else because I don't want my religious aunt and uncle to hear this.
Don't worry.
How bad are we talking?
Okay, let me find the light switch first. Let's see. Oh, I'm outside. Okay, that's great.
Don't worry. Just
Can you guys still see me?
yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
How bad are we talking?
I'm gonna put it like this. This movie made me appreciate home.
Wow.
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 Oh me, oh my, oh me.
The movie I will be talking about really briefly is a stop-motion animated film called Hell and Back.
Oh, I saw the trailer for that ages ago.
I used to think of this movie. Nobody knew about it. It came out of nowhere. It's been in development hell for a while. It's from the same animators of Robot Chicken. And so this thing got a limited release. Then it plopped straight onto Netflix just to torture me.
And for my morbid curiosity, because I remember seeing commercials for it and kind of thinking, okay, well, how bad could this be? Evidently, from what I've seen of your review, George, it is pretty bad.
I'll put it like this. It is nothing. I'm going to say this right now. If you love sex jokes, this is the movie for you because this is endless sex jokes. And not just sex jokes. I'm talking condom references. Sex jokes. Sex jokes actually require elegance and actually crafting a joke. This is just referencing stuff. They reference condoms, heroin, rape, prejudice, racism, sexism. Even a joke about punching an unborn child.
Oh.
Religion. They make fun of religion a lot. And they also make fun of people with diabetes, fat people, players. Lots of fat jokes. I hope you love those. And it also has Bob Odenkirk as the devil completely wasted.
Oh,
so, like, when it comes down to, like, good sex jokes, it's actually, like, proper sex, you know, and, like, it's romantic, it's beautiful. This is more like the equivalent of porn.
Pretty much. And it's animation about on par with Adult Swim animation, and even then, Adult Swim animation looks good. It looks fine. Like, the stop-motion stuff they do looks good. And an interesting fact, one of the stop-motion directors of Adult Swim went on to work with Charlie Kaufman on Anomalisa. You know what these schmucks went on to do?
This?
This.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so you want to know what the plot? These free schmucks who run at this like carnival or something, I can't remember, basically make a blood oath over a fucking breath mint. I am not making this up. And then accidentally get sent into hell to gaze
okay, that actually sounds kind of funny in a way, but I don't know if that would be worthy of a feature-length movie.
Okay, so then after that, they enter hell, and now they have to go on every single schmucks get stuck in a fantasy world old cliche in the book. Even then, the book itself is begging the filmmakers to stop using it on this movie because it's sick of it being used to wipe their asses so much.
Oh God.
I just have like this mental image of like your aunt and uncle coming across this video, and they're just being like,
Yeah.
"George, can we talk?"
Now.
Okay, so anyway, moving on. Then it's basically just that. It's rinse and repeat. Sex joke, sex joke, sex joke, sex joke, sex joke. And I never laughed once.
Wow.
To give you a good point of reference, I even had the worst movies I've ever seen. I at least even got a slight chuckle out of. I just watched this point blank. Nothing.
Oh God, that's that bad?
I'll put it like this. I laughed more at Pixels and The Ridiculous Six than this movie.
Oh God!
Oh,
Oh God! You laughed at Adam Sandler comedies. I feel so bad for you.
oh wow, 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 wow.
Well, here's my thing. Would you say that it's worse than what I saw? Because I mentioned this to you guys a few days ago. I watched The Starving Games.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh God.
Oh God. Yes, and it was every bit as bad as you imagine it'd be. It's Seltzer and Freeberg doing the Hunger Games. I mean, what do you expect? Evidently, it was bad even by that standard, because somehow they managed to make it rather incredibly awful to the point of pure. It's almost like an untapped brilliance in how bad it became.
This is not like that. I think you know what? From the things I've seen of Aaron Seltzer and Jason Freeberg movies, I think I got more out of that than I did this.
Oh no!
It's a disaster movie that made me laugh more than this movie.
Oh no!
Shit.
Wait a minute, I need to ask. I need to remember. Was Disaster Movie the one with like Hannah Montana being killed by a meteor and like her promoting her CDs and stuff, like
Yes.
like on her deathbed?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh God! No! Oh!
So,
Oh!
in conclusion, do not watch this movie. If you want my full, more in-depth thoughts, go read my review on Letterboxd. I go full on. I want to say that other word, but I really don't want to because I'm in a religious
What is
house
it?
currently.
Or retard.
No fucking hell, it's awful.
Jesus Christ. Oh, and T.J. Miller's in it.
Cool.
Who?
T.J. Miller's in it as well.
Oh boy.
Oh!
Oh,
Okay, here's the thing with TJ. The thing with the movie is actually it has a slightly decent cast of like T.J. Miller, Bob Odenkirk, Susan Sarandon, I believe, Mila Kunis, Danny McBride, even John H. something from Bob's Burgers as an archer is in it briefly. And here's the thing with that. Here's the thing with me in comedy. I feel like these actors I love them all. I really think they can be really funny and really talented when given the right material. When they're just by themselves, they got nothing. And that's what they had here. It was just them bombing for 88 minutes. And somehow this movie defied the laws of time and managed to make 88 minutes feel like the length of the Godfather trilogy.
Actually, I just realized this. I'm looking at your letterbox right now. You watched Helen Back, which had T.J. Miller, and then you immediately reviewed 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is a sequel, from what I can understand, to Cloverfield, which actually also had T.J. Miller.
Huh.
That's the weirdest connection. I'm sure that was purely coincidental, but that is the most interesting connection I ever saw. Then again, like this poor dude was in Transformers: Age of Extinction, so.
I think I actually laughed at him more in that movie than I did at this.
Oh no! No!
In fact, this movie managed to feel like I felt like after this movie was over, I felt like I sat through Age of Extinction not once, not twice, but 5 times in the span of 24 hours.
Whoa.
Actually, how well did this movie do? Okay, so it didn't get a critical score, but apparently on Rotten Tomatoes, 36% of audiences liked Hell and Back.
That's not a good number.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, if everything I said up until this point is somehow weirdly appealing to you,
36, actually. It says 36 for me.
alright. So if any of this shit sounds weirdly appealing to you, then 1, you're a weirdo, 2, I don't want to be near you, 3, what are you doing with your life? Then I really recommend Hell and Back. For anyone with a sensible brain and a decent sense of humor, avoid this movie like the plague, please.
Evidently, there's more people of that than you think, because looking on IMDb, it has a 5.3 out of 10, which is probably higher than you would ever give it in your life, George.
Yeah, also, I'm just going to say right now, of the movies I've seen from last year, this is the second worst.
Ooh.
This movie came close to Gem, people.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you like no more Robot Chicken?
Oh. Oh, baby.
What?
Do you like Robot Chicken?
I like Robot Chicken.
Okay.
Here's the thing with Robot Chicken, though. Robot Chicken actually has jokes. Like, any way you cut it, it has jokes. Whether you find them funny or not is up to you, your sense of humor. But nevertheless, they're still jokes. Set up, payoff, and a punchline. Set up,
So
build
this
up,
is-
punchline.
So this is basically like some of the guys from Robot Chicken being in hell, right?
Pretty much.
So,
How do you mess that up? How?
I don't know. It's a mystery.
wow.
Obviously, like the writers were not from Robot Chicken. I hope not.
I don't think so, because Seth Green isn't on. His name isn't on this film.
Writers.
God.
Tom Giannis, Saturday Night Live. Okay, well that's not really helping much. Oh, wait. So Saturday Night Live, Mr. Show with Bob and David.
Wait,
Okay, so-
wait. Mr. Show?
Yeah.
Oh, you just added more fuel to the fire, mate. This is gonna get good.
How? How do you go from Mr. Show to this?
Okay, and one of the writers did actually work on Robot Chicken.
He's cross.
Wait. There was one more writer credit. Let's see what this is. Okay, maybe this is the bad one. This might be the bad apple. Nope. He worked on Robot Chicken too.
Oh boy, this is gonna. Oh boy, here we go.
He's turned red. He's
Lord,
turned
go
red.
with me now. I'm gonna take you down. There's something funny about watching George like go angry and us not even hearing it. It just kind of looks like a man, like a crazy man, just like
Yeah.
just having an unnatural spasm. Oh no!
What has he got now?
Did I break him? Mommy, can I take him back?
I can't see him. His camera's broken for me.
I can see him fine. He's
I don't get that.
yeah. There he goes. He's still going.
He's gone. He's gone. Ladies and gentlemen, please because our host has just gone mad. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it has gone mad.
Oh boy, he's now cursing that. He's cursing everything, anything, any deity existing.
It'd be funny if Satan just pops, his ground would just pop right behind him.
Where's my-
No.
Or was it Gran or Grandpa, by the way?
Well, see, I always kind of thought that hell would be like a DMV,
Yeah.
like just like an office space, really, like just people just filing taxes, whatnot. Like it wouldn't be like any like sin, there's a destruction or hellspawn or anything like that. It's just be people doing boring things.
Why bringing that up? Because there's actually a joke about that, where like they have a Taco Hut and Taco Bell and a Pizza Hut, and the guy asks for pizza, and he says like, "Sorry, we don't have any pizza. You're gonna have to order from Taco Bell." That's the joke. Did you laugh? You didn't? Well, good, because you actually have a brain.
Well, I mean, I kind of get why they made that joke because I think like they're both Taco Bell and Pizza Hut are owned by the same company. So,
Yeah.
but how many people are gonna know that? Well,
I don't know. It's a mystery. I don't know. It's a mystery. I don't know.
You just roll insane yet again.
uh,
Oh dear.
I'm a fucking hyena right now.
Okay. So in other words, this movie's driving me mad. It's just probably the worst animated film I've ever seen in my life. It's up there with the likes of 9.5 Ninjas and Gem and the Holograms for some of the worst movies I've ever seen in the past
Don't
couple
forget
of
Norman
years.
the North.
I haven't seen Norman the North.
don't you dare talk blasphemy about Norman.
We'll get to that fucking bridge when that thing comes on online.
Okay, yeah. How much you want to bet I'm gonna watch and go? Oh my god, I've been so wrong.
My fucking entire life savings.
Ooh, good. That's pretty bad.
Okay.
Well,
Was
okay,
it $1?
Here's like two. Oh.
What happened?
Okay. Nothing, George. Nothing. You'll watch it later. Well, two things, George. How would you think of watch something better, like R.I.P.D.?
That feels sad.
You know what, Jacob? You know what I gotta say to you? Yeah.
Fucking suck! You are full of shit. I hope you go to hell. I hope you go fuck yourself. I hope you get burned by a fucking axe. I hope the Satan chucks an entire fucking on your ass. I hope you really go down to that fucking hell because you are a fucking asshole. You and blah blah blah.
My eyes are actually kind of ringing a little bit now.
That's because you're really sorry. I hope to God you. God damn it! I'm out of here. Fuck you! I'm out of here. No, I'm gonna fucking chainsaw your ass just to fucking.
Wow.
And I'm gonna give it to fucking Jason Voorhees. And when I'm done with that, I'm gonna shove it right up your ass. And
Can I just say something? It would be funny that his grandparents would just be down here in the minute.
You know, I gotta be honest here, Proto. I gotta say this up front. You are an excellent dubber. Have you considered doing dubbing work?
Not in the future, but yeah.
Oh, well, good. Make sure you do that.
Yeah, that's Hell and Back. Don't watch it ever. Don't ever think. It may be 88 minutes, but it's 88 minutes you'll never get back.
Watch something better, like a Zootopia, where you can have the mental image of fox-rabbit hybrid babies.
That's not even it up. I actually watched Zootopia and it never flushed. It just suddenly came in like a gushing waterfall to wash all of Hell and Back off of me. Really, I think it's a really good movie.
Don't tell me, guys. I haven't watched that film yet.
So the best way to watch Zootopia is immediately after watching Hell and Back.
Yes, basically. No, actually, don't. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Do not watch Hell and Back and then watch Zootopia. It's not at all what I'm saying. And then...
You know, George, everybody's going to do it anyway.
Do not watch it.
You know, it's funny you bring that up because actually let me check some real quick.
Oh, guys, I got to look.
Well, I mean, George, you kind of gave a similar suggestion to me because I was asking, like, maybe I should watch this on Netflix, and then you said, watch that and then watch Turbo Kid.
Because you asked, what should I watch first, Turbo or Hell and Back? I answered your question.
All right, that's true. Good point. That is a good point.
Anyway, my computer's about to die. I feel like I'm about to die. The point I was gonna make is that
And if I don't keep my mouth
review,
shut, I'm probably gonna die.
Yeah.
Yes, and after I made that review, about 5 or 6 of my friends on Letterboxd managed to go watch it because why not? Because no one likes to listen to me. End of the story. Do not watch it. It's terrible. Don't waste your time with it. This has been the Master Tunes podcast with me, your insane, lost his mind host who went through hell who went through literal hell and back. Joining me tonight was Thomas, Frodo, and Jack and Jacob. See y'all next week.
Back warm with the boys.
Bad
See you later.
motherfucker.
Is that the end of the show?
Yeah, finish it.
I only forgot to turn it off live.
Is that the end of the show, or shall I hit stop?
Oh, I will hit stop. And you know what I'm gonna do after that?